So welcome to the third video of this series. We've got the whole group back to finish off with some stretching and just recovery and relaxation. So sitting on your chairs, I want you to think about your lovely long posture, much more aware of your posture than you were before, and just take a few moments to take some nice deep breaths in. Breathing in through the nose, down to your tummies. Remember, the better our breath capacity, the better our heart function, the better our circulation. Nice big deep breaths in. We're going to add those shoulder shrugs back to our breathing. So lifting up and lowering down. Breathing in and exhaling. Taking your time, big breath in. These are little exercises that you can do as often as you want during the day. Great to do if you've been sitting for a long period of time. Last one. And let's add in those shoulder rolls. Opening our chest. Really feeling that nice squeeze between the shoulder blades. Feeling all that tightness in the shoulder and neck. Just rolling out. Good. We're going to do 3 more shoulder rolls. Big breath in and exhale. 2 more. And the last one. Starting to feel everything feel a bit looser. We're going to sit up really tall as we go into our neck stretches, turning our head towards our right as far as we can comfortably. Just opening our chest a little bit more than normal so we can feel that stretch a bit further now that we've warmed our bodies up. And we're slowly going to go to the opposite direction. Breathing in and exhaling. Coming back to the middle. Still being aware of that lovely tall posture as we take our ear to our right. Other right is fine. Slowly and carefully, we take our ear to the opposite side, pushing our shoulders down a little bit as we do it this time, just to feel a bit more with that stretch. Coming back to the center, we're going to tuck our chin deep into our chest, stretching all those muscles from our top of our back up into our skull. And then with a big exhale, let's take our head back as far as we can, looking up to the sky. And with a big exhale and controlled breath, bring your head back to the center. And just a couple of more shoulder rolls there. Awesome. We're going to stretch out our hands by making a stop sign. Taking our other hand and pulling back. Giving our fingers and hands a good stretch. Our forearms, make sure you're including that thumb in that stretch. Good. We're going to take the hand to the opposite side, just give it a little push down. Taking our palm up like we're going to catch something, and then just push down the thumb and the fingers. Remember, if you're feeling nice and flexible like Jenny, you can have your arm really straight. If you're feeling a little bit tension there, just relax the elbow. Good. Give the hand a bit of a shake, a bit of a stretch. We'll go to the other side. Remember those hands, very important piece of equipment. Starting with just pulling back on the thumb and the fingers. Pushing down. Good. Feeling that nice stretch. This is really, for many of us that are spending a lot of time on our mobile phones, our wrists get very, very tight. Palm on the opposite way and just pull through. You'll find that, remember to include that thumb, that's the biggest digit. And remember, many of us spend a lot of time on that phone, so this is a great way to stretch out those fingers and hands. Let's give it a bit of a shake. Okay, we're going to do a bit of a shoulder stretch. Okay, so we're just going to give ourselves a little pat on the back. But I want you to think about your posture. And all you're going to do is keep your head up nice and straight and take your hand back as far as you can without changing your head position. So we're going to keep that head. Some of us can only touch the front of our shoulder. Some of us can touch the back. That's okay. We're going to feel that stretch up through here and come back forward. We go to the other side. Tapping the front of your shoulder, keeping your head up. Remember, it's about your posture here. Got to keep that head up. Doesn't matter how far back the arm goes. It's all about the posture. Good. And coming back through. We're going to take one hand behind our back. Imagine that we've got a bit of an itch, but keeping our back nice and straight. Remember, it doesn't matter how far up the arm goes. Just a little bit of a stretch. Jenny's showing you her good flexible shoulder there. Good. We bring that arm, have a little bit of a roll. We'll go to the opposite side. Take your hand behind your back. Just keeping that posture. Doesn't matter, honestly. And you can see with Jen, one side's a bit tighter than the other, but she's got good shoulder flexibility. Come back to the centre and just roll out those shoulders. Well done, guys. Right. Taking both hands behind our back, sitting up nice and tall, and just holding hands with ourselves. Shoulders are relaxed. Just relax those shoulders. Good. Sitting there for a moment, just opening that chest, feeling those shoulders open. Good. And come back, couple of shoulder rolls. Right, let's leave those poor upper body alone for a little bit. It's had a nice workout and a nice stretch. We're going to stretch out the backs of our legs here. So coming forward a bit on your chair, you're going to place your left leg out in front, leg nice and straight, pull your toes back, and sit up very, very tall. Now you should feel a good stretch behind the back of the leg. The goal here is to get our leg as straight as possible. If you find that's a bit of a challenge, keep the knee soft. If you think this feels a bit easy and you'd like more of a stretch, we're going to all imagine that we're going to get our push straight ahead. We're heading for the cameraman. Nice big stretch. And you feel that stretch increase. Nice length in your spine, guys. Good. Hold it there. Take a big breath in. Let's come back up to the centre. Good. Opposite sides. We're going to pop our other leg out in front, nice and straight. Sit up nice and tall. And then all we're going to do is start to reach straight ahead. This is a really good stretch. Once again, if you've been sitting for a long time and you go to stand straight up, sometimes you find that your legs almost feel like they're going to give way from you. They're really tight and restricted. These are great stretches to do before you stand up. Good. Holding it there. We're going to come back to the middle. Awesome. So we're going to go into our hip flexor stretches now, stretching out those hip flexors that get very tight when we're in this seated position for long periods of time. Zell and Jenny are going to show you the standing, and Venkateshan are going to show you the standing version of the stretch. Cameron, myself and Suresh will show you the seated version. So I'll let you guys get into your positions. So for the seated version, it's a good idea to sit on the edge of your seat, and then you're just going to twist. So the back leg is down. You've got that 90 degree there and the 90 degree at the front, and you're feeling that stretch in the hip joint. And if you can't feel it, what you want to do is just tuck your bottom under a little bit so you can feel that good stretch in the hip flexor. You can see Jenny, Venkateshan and Zell doing the standing version. With Venkateshan and Zell, you can see they're using the chair for support. Jenny's a pro, she's able to balance, but if your balance is a little bit out, remember you can use a wall or a chair for support. Let's change to the other side. So the seated version, we can just twist directly to that other side. Feeling that stretch. It's a bit of a coordination sometimes. It's a challenge. Just holding it there, thinking about your posture, thinking about your breathing. Good. We're going to 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to the centre. Remember, the longer we hold those stretches, the better. We're going to do the stretch for our buttocks and our thighs here. So we're just going to lift our foot up onto the top of our thigh. Now, if we're not comfortable getting it out, getting our foot onto the top of our thigh, you can do what Cameron's doing here and just sit forward on the chair and then just do the little frog legs, which is a more comfortable way of stretching out through there. Otherwise, bringing the leg up, just sitting up nice and tall. The taller you are, the more you're going to feel this stretch. Holding it there. And then we'll carefully and slowly change to the other side. Nice and tall. Bonus is if you're doing the frog leg position, this is a really good one to do if you're in bed. You'll find you get a really good stretch out of that one in bed, and the laying position even more so. Okay, let's lower those legs down, come back into our neutral position. We're going to finish off by doing what I like to call the Titanic stretch. This is going to stretch your whole chest and shoulder area. Remember, take us from that position to nice and wide. So we come onto the closer to the edge of our seat. I want you to hold on underneath or to the side of your seat. Open your chest and just a slight fall forward. Look straight ahead, looking straight up to the horizon, holding it there but breathing. Good stretch. Big breath in and come back to the start position. Couple of shoulder rolls. Good. And we're just going to finish off by, thanks guys, that was awesome, well done. So remember with these stretches, this last video, you can do these as often as you want during the day, or even pick and choose some of those stretches that you really felt you enjoyed doing and felt comfortable doing. So thank you very much. Make sure you click like and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you on our next series of videos. Thank you, everyone.